triune God. In Deuterocanonical book, we see a woman named Judith who made a spectacular victory over Holofernes, the mighty general of Nebuchadnezzar. She was being praised by Uzziah and said, "Blessed by the Most High God above all other women on earth." Judith chapter 13 verse 18. Now here in New Testament, Mary is being praised for her victory, not like of Judith, but victory over evil, death and sin. Mary is praising God for all the great things He has done. She is not taking any credit to herself, but she is not hesitating to say, "All generations will call me blessed." Her humility is truth, and we see that her prophecy is being fulfilled today. In our present life, how many thousands of people are called by the name of Mary? How many churches and cathedrals are named after Mary? How many hymns and songs are singing the praises of Mary? Mary is the Ark of Covenant mentioned in Revelation chapter 11 verse 19. Then God's temple in heaven was opened, and within His temple was seen the Ark of His covenant. Mary's song surpasses in depth every victory song of Old Testament. Her song carries in itself all hopes, anxieties, and expectations for the human race. Mary's song presents that new revolution has taken place by the grace of God. All things have been changed. He cast the mighty for the thrones. A new grace has come and a new life has come. Mary's assumption into heaven is not mentioned explicitly anywhere in scriptures. Church fathers hold that glorious woman presented in chapter 12 of the book of Revelation as a woman clothed in the sun with moon at her feet and crowned with 12 stars. This woman also represents the church, triumphant in heaven, and Mary is certainly part of the church type in heaven. Mary reached this glory because she was humble. She lived her freedom according to the will of God. She made use of her freedom, surrendering it totally to God's plan. She is available to God. She was the handmaid of God. Now, a question arises that how do we make use of our freedom? St. Paul reminds us that since Christ has set us free, we must live in our freedom with dignity and responsibility, and never let ourselves be enslaved by the desires of flesh in any way. Our freedom is through a dignity and responsibility, not for ourselves, but for the fellow being and for our country. If we make use of our freedom in right way, we shall always be free, not only in this world, but also in the world to come. We shall reach where Mary has reached and shall participate in her glory as well. May the intercession of Mother Mary guide us throughout our life. Amen.